Hey, welcome back to Vintage on Vintage. This is Steve. Hey, today I'm going to do a VR for PickerJimS. Jim's got a great contest going out there. He's given away some fantastic eBay gift cards and a box of modern cards. And in addition to that, what he wants us to do is send in cards. And at the end of the day, he's going to take all the cards that he's got and he's going to pick a winner to get all those cards, which I think is really cool. And what Jim wants us to do is to shout out channels that have less than 300 subscribers, which I think is fantastic. My channel's one of those, so I think it's cool to do. So what I'm going to do is shout out, I think I have about 10 channels I'd like to give a shout out to. I'll do a couple, show some cards I'm going to give away, do a few more, etc., etc. So first channel I want to show out there is John 3D80s Kids. He has 199 subscribers. John's guy, his channel's fantastic. His videos are unbelievable. Like, his editing is fantastic. You won't see him using white index cards, trust me. But John's a great guy. He does he's commenting on a lot of people's cards. He does authentic and unaltered, which I think is fun to watch. Goonies in the outfield. I think I've seen John's name come up on every video so far. Great channel. If you haven't watched John, you need to be watching John's channel. Next up for me is Joe at 4 Soft Corners. Joe's another great guy. He's got some great cards. He builds a lot of sets, which I find really cool because I don't have the patience to build sets, but Joe does. And he loves all cards. For him, the story's the card, right? So you don't have to be a perfect card. Joe's a great guy. He's got a VR that I'm also going to do something for coming up also. He just made his 100th video, so congratulations, Joe. The next channel I want to give a shout out to is Chris, Stories in Cardboard. Chris has 251 subscribers. Love Chris's content. He tells the stories behind the card, does a lot of different types of vintage, a lot of football. When I say vintage, we're talking 40s, 50s vintage football. But the stories behind that Chris shares, fantastic. Big fan of this channel. You need to check it out because it's a good one. Here's some of the cards that I'm going to give away before we move on to the next group. I'm going to start out by throwing this Barry Bonds rookie card into the fray. I think that's one of my favorite Bonds cards. Love the color scheme of the 86 with the Pirates logo. I'm also going to throw in this Topps Archive Buck Showalter autograph card. I think this is kind of a cool card. I don't really collect a lot of autographs, but I know there are a lot of people out there that do. Buck's a good manager, so I'm going to add this one. And I am going to add this player-used swatch of Willie McCovey, the Big Mac. I'm a big Willie McCovey fan. I know there's a lot of them out there. John, 3D80s Kids, is a big Giant fan. I know he's a big Willie Mays fan. But here's the other Willie. Going to throw out a player-used swatch. Next, guys, I'd like to call out Dom. Staven Sports Cards. Dom is, it's unbelievable because he's an old guy in a young guy's body. He has a great knowledge of the sport. He has a great love of baseball, and it comes through in his channel. I will also tell you that he's got a podcast called Solo Shot Sports. You should check that out. Dom does a great job at that. Cool dude. Great channel. Check out Dom. Next channel on my list, we've got Tyrus and Matt, The Card Story. These guys, father-son, enjoy watching them. They have a sick Henry Aaron collection going. Some really awesome Henry Aaron. And Ty himself is collecting the 1955 Bowman set. They're collecting that together, which is fun to watch. So check these guys out. They're a great channel. Next on my list, we've got Darren, Return to Collecting, 160 subs. And Darren just started putting out videos, so he's skyrocketing up there. He's a great guy. Saw him on a behind the cards scene with Theo on Clemente Collector. He's got fantastic cards. If you go back and look at his video, his top 100 cards, they're just sick. Darren's a good guy. Check out his channel. Give him a sub. All right, here's a few more cards I'm going to add into the fray. These are a couple football, just because I had Chris and his stories of cardboard. So the first one is this 1972 Jan Stenerud. Jan Stenerud was one of the first soccer-style kickers, and I believe he was the best kicker of his decade. Good ball player. So Jan Stenerud. Staying with the Kansas City Chief theme, we've got Willie Lanier. Willie Lanier, you know, he's a Hall of Famer, great football player, underrated. You should look into Willie Lanier. Terry T.J. Mack did a little story on one of him in one of his cards, and Lanier was a great ball player. And then I've got this Joe Namath, 72, you know, Broadway Joe. What do you say about him? He kind of changed the league with that upset of the Baltimore Colts. He put the AFL on the map pretty much, and from that point on, it kind of forced the merger. So Joe, big part of the history of the game. And the last card I want to share on this one's not an overly valuable card. I think it's kind of a cool card. It's a Steve Kerr rookie card, right? I mean, Steve's probably more famous for being the head coach of the Golden State Warriors and winning those titles, but he was a good ball player, could shoot back in the day. So, and this is his rookie card, so I think this is kind of a cool card. Next up on the list of channels, we've got Mike, Sexton's Kentucky Cardboard, 198 subs. Mike has an unbelievable collection of cards, and he's just a cool dude. I love the way he presents his cards, and he's out there in the community supporting people. So if you haven't checked out Mike's channel, check it out, because it's a really cool channel. Another great guy that has some great content is Scott from Scott Maz, 185 subs today. Scott's got some great content, some great cards. He's another good guy. You know, you gotta go check him out. If you do, I guarantee you'll give him a sub. So let's check out Scott and get his channel some subs. Next few cards I want to add to the giveaway are my two favorite Bo Jacksons. We've got the 1986 Topps Traded. This is my second favorite Bo Jackson of all time. I just love the way this card looks. Bo is a beast, so this is a cool card. And then this is my favorite Bo Jackson of all time. This is the 1990 score with the baseball and football. This is just a classic card. So definitely want to throw that one into the fray. And another really cool card, I think, is this card right here, and it is the best hitters. And this is George Brett and Rod Carew. I mean, you don't get any better than that. These are two of the best hitters I watched growing up. A couple of Hall of Famers. So, okay, a couple more stations to show you, or channels to show you. One is Peter B. Peter's got 85 subs. Peter's got a great set of cards. He does this thing called Tobacco Tuesday, where he shows tobacco cards, and he does a great job of it. He's got an unbelievable set of tobacco cards. And I'm not a huge tobacco fan, but I will tell you that I love the channel. Peter's out there. He's commenting on everybody else's channels. Got a great channel. He should have way more subs than this. So give Peter a look and give him a sub. Next, we have Bill, STL Puckhead, with 104 subscribers. Bill's a good dude. I think Chris from Missouri is the first person that kind of helped get him into the collecting and into the making of videos, I guess I should say. What I like about Bill is, in addition to showing some great cards, he works it within a budget that he wants to stay to, which I think is a cool thing in collecting. I've enjoyed so far the videos I've seen from him. I think he's going to continue to get subs, and you should check him out. And the last last channel I want to share with you is called Hammer 44. And unfortunately, I don't know Hammer 44's name, but he's got 24 subs. He's only made, I think, 4 videos. He's got great content, some cool cards. He and I are probably about the same age. We started collecting, so we have a very similar taste in what we collect. But his channel's fun to watch, and he's going to start to take off with subscriptions, I can just tell you. So, but check him out if you haven't, because it's a really good channel. Okay, these are the last set of cards I want to throw into the fray. I want to start with 3 1981 Donruss cards. So the first one is this Mike Schmidt card, or as Adam at Vintage Sanctuary would say, Chuck Norris. But at the end of the day, this is a really cool Mike Schmidt card. So I want to throw that into the mix. And then there's this 1981 Reggie Jackson. I've always liked this pose of Reggie. Great card. So I'm gonna add that one to the collection. And the last one I'm gonna throw into this contest is this 1981 Nolan Ryan, which I think is a really cool picture of one of the best pitchers of all time, right? Nolan Ryan, good pitcher. And here are the last couple cards I'm going to add into this thing. It's a 1971 Ted Williams when he was managing the Senators. Love this card. Love the grin on Ted. Love this set. This is one of my favorite sets. So we're going to add that in. This 1973 strikeout leader has Steve Carlton and Nolan Ryan on it. So that one's going in. And the last card we're going to put in there is this Tom Seaver wins the opener, and I love this card. It's the playoffs. It's a action shot. Look at Seaver's right knee. Look how low that is to the ground. This is a fantastic picture. Love this one. So there you have it. You know, Jim's put a great contest out there, and I just wanted to make sure I was part of it. Jim, I'm going to get these cards out in the mail in the next couple of days. Looking forward to seeing more videos. I appreciate you taking the time to watch. Stay safe, keep collecting, and we will talk to you soon.